sentence. This is the savior of the realm. Try and save yourself.
Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another video. Today's video is about VII. His name is actually written as a VII, as in Roman numbers, but it's technically speaking 7, and since we're on this same matter, yes, he will have stealth because his name pronounces itself with an S. Apparently the rule is now changed. It's not a champion that their name is typed first with an S that will have stealth. Instead, it will have their names being pronounced with an S at the start. So, our boy 7 here is not only just named 7 just because, he actually has, for example, 7 recolors and some other things that will be related to lore. Once he gets into PDS, which should be in the next weekend, I'm going to be looking into it and trying a lot of the things. He is quite different, but a lot of the things will be familiar. You guys will see what I'm talking about once we get here into the gameplay. I'll be explaining the talents, the abilities, and even his firing modes. Yes, he has different firing modes, almost like a little hybrid between Strix and Atlas. So you know how you switch the weapons on Strix, and Atlas has different firing modes depending on how you set it up. All right, so let's put this here to play so I can show you here a little bit. This is his visual here. Forget about this little thing here on the middle. This is actually just temporary. Basically, your right click will allow you to switch between these 3 different modes. He has a little SMG that can be basically a burst rifle, I guess you could call it like a 1 magazine burst shot, whatever, and also a full automatic mode. The first one, obviously, as you may have understood already, it will burst fire 3 shots at a time. You will not have a scope, so you'll have to do it hip fire. So pretty much like the tire weapon when it went to ROM Royale, it became like a burst weapon. Same thing. The second mode will basically just grab every bullet you have in the magazine and just shoot them all at once. I'll show you how it works, but if you end up hitting a couple of headshots, you could literally just wipe a Cassie in 1 shot. Like, that's how strong it is. And then the third mode, obviously, it's like an SMG, but it's like a slower SMG. It does some pretty good damage. I guess for longer range, you're gonna go for the burst, which is the most obvious. It will be a more controlled recoil and everything. The second one will be like literally up and close to the face kind of thing, because it's going to be extremely hard to control. And then finally, the third one will be more like a medium to close range sort of thing. You can even try to tap it to long range if you want to. As for the rest of his abilities, as I'll be showing you in just a moment, his Q will be basically like a dodge roll. You can even see that in third person. I'll go try to show you that in the video here as well. But basically, he will leave 3 little C4s in the floor. These are more like claymores if you think about it for a second, because they will be like triggered by proximity. I'm not entirely sure if they last for a very long time. That will actually be tested out on PDS later on when it comes out. You'll dodge roll to wherever direction you want. You can go backwards, sideways, whatever. And no, he cannot climb walls, but he has something similar. So his F is actually a grapple. You'll have 2 of them. This grapple acts like Vora's tendrils. I'm not even kidding. You can actually play Vora as 7. Okay, that's how weird this is. You basically can just swing around with the 2 vines, or the 2 grapples in this case, but here's the twist. You can grapple and go into a wall after you can just grapple all the way to the place where you initially grappled it, or you can just take away the momentum you have, and once you reach a wall, you'll basically hold on to it. So you'll grab to the wall and you become invisible. So I'm not entirely sure how the invisibility will work exactly, but I believe that until you shoot or until you be shot, you will remain invisible. But you will still stick around to the wall for a limited duration, like a 5 seconds or so, like that. and you can jump out of it whenever you want to. Okay, that will automatically take away that timer because you're no longer grabbed to the wall and so on. You can use this, obviously, you cannot use it to ceilings. It will only be to walls, the right side, you know, like, I don't know what you want to call them, like just the sides of the map. Obviously, you can even do it, for example, to those little lamp lights there, right there. You can do that. I ended up doing that in the stream. But never to the ceiling. You can grapple to the ceiling, obviously, and you can even use that for momentum and so on, but you will never grab into the ceiling after the grapple is over, okay? As for his ultimate, it's almost like a fear. You can actually just wipe out a scope like Victor, let's say like that, and then you'll select targets within a time duration, and those targets will be feared. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be feared in your direction. On the video here that I'm going to show you, you'll see that they will come towards you. But whether or not this is intentional, I do not know. Usually the fear should be from where they're standing backwards. So if they're looking to you, they should be going backwards to, you know, away from you. But I'm not entirely sure. Based on what we see, they turn their backs to you and they start running to you like the fear of Maldumba. There's a couple of talents we'll be looking into that. Right now we're just going to look into the abilities here first. They're here showing the inspection, so I can show you here. It's not really crazy of an inspection. He just wipes out his magazine and puts him back in. This is his first emote, you can see here. I'm guessing you'll have a second one, and one of his skins, like I said, you'll have 7 skins. One of those skins will be in the season pass. The other skin will be in a gold chest or direct purchase. The third one will be gold purchased. The next one will be actually the skin of that. Once you buy the event pass, it will be the the first one on the top on the bounty store for you to purchase. And I think then you have the gold and then you have the default. So I'm not sure if I already said them all, but it really doesn't matter. All of them will be then explained on the patch notes, so we'll be taking a look at that as soon as we get there, because I'm also going to be taking a look into the patch notes. So let's go, shall we? This is the emote again, and now he's going to show the weapon inspection again, and here you go. As again, that UI you've seen in the middle, not supposed to be there. I'm pretty sure that they also have to fix this because the 3 things over there don't change. All right, so now he's doing the burst mode, as you can see. Fires like a... I said 3 bullets. Apparently, yeah, no, it's 3 bullets, but it shows like... Feels like it is more than 3 bullets. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but okay. Okay, but this is definitely very good at long range, obviously. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. And the second mode here, he's going to change into it. He's going to literally just shoot everything in his magazine in one go. And we're going to be able to see here the damage it does into Cassie. And you can see this is pretty massive. Like, that's going to be insane. If you hit most headshots, it will be extremely hard to control. It's almost like the tapping of Atlas. It will just shoot every bullet like really fast, and it'll go like this up vertical, you know, recoil, which is really hard to control. So yeah, that was the ultimate. He kind of messed up there by accident. Here now he's going to be using the grapples here. Here he's seen. I mean, I don't need to show you the full automatic. It's pretty simple like that. I don't think that's again when he's close and using the second mode, the mag dump. And now he's going to be using here. Here, he already used this dodge. So when he uses his dodge, again, like I said, you can dodge wherever you want. It will leave the 3 C4s on the floor, and as you can see there, they instantly explode when people get close to them. You can even see them right there. Again, I'm not sure, for example, you can shoot these to make sure that they're not there anymore. I'm not sure if they're going to have like a red outline, like, for example, BK's bombs. I'm really not sure. This is all going to be tested up on PDS once I reach there, but I'm guessing you can shoot them. It would make more sense if it is. If it's not, then people are probably going to complain enough for them to change it, just like they changed the being able to cancel the Azan's walls now. Okay, so now as you can see, this is the third person of his dodge roll. So pretty simple dodge roll. I believe you can dodge roll only when you hit the floor, which that's also going to be an issue. But once we get to the PDS, I'll test it out on in the air to see if you can dodge roll. So now he's going to grapple here, as you can see. And once he grapples and he goes to the wall, he'll grab into the wall and become invisible, as you can see here. So you can be invisible for the entire duration. As soon as that little duration bar is over, you will be released from the wall. So you can scout pretty much, and you can just jump over to a direction you want before the timer even goes down, so you don't just fall down to the floor, as you can see here. After you start shooting, you'll still be grabbed onto the wall. You can just press space to jump out, and you can still remain there just shooting, so you can have a higher vantage point. This is a better Octavia, basically. And here he's going to show us in the third person how he looks like, which is really cool. And then he's going to show us also as well what he's going to be able to do here with the grapples. Like he's going to be able to find...
What's happening? There's someone who got it to work.
You can... Oh, yeah, this is a thing that I almost forgot here to say. You can grapple to your enemies. If they are not tanks, they will suffer 300 damage and they will come to you. Like, you literally will pull them like a Makoa's hook. Not entirely, like it won't come all the way to you. You won't pull them all the way to you. But if it is a tank, you will not basically pull them because, you know, I guess they're saying that tanks are fat. I don't know. Or very heavy. Okay, I think it's here where he tries to grapple him. Or I guess not. There's a part I know he tries to grapple the Fernando, but I'm guessing this is not the part that we need. So we're just continuing on. As you can see here, he's just grappling around like Vora. You literally don't need to grab into the walls. Okay? You can just do the grapples as a tendril of Vora. So this will be a Koga Vora, if you might say. As for his ultimate, I also am going to pull here into the front. But this is the part we want to see. And you can see here, he has a scope. Technically speaking, is his eye, not the scopes of Victor. But when he does it, he will be able to select his enemies. As you can see there, he'll put this little symbol on top of them, and you will fear them. Like you'll select them, and after that, it has a timer as well. You can either press it again to cancel it and automatically make them feared straight away, or you can wait until it's over and, you know, it will trigger either way as well. So there you go. It will also have this circle to tell you whether or not they're close. And yes, the bots will continue to walk, but this is not what is going to happen to you. Don't worry. CC is definitely going to be a thing, so resilience is going to be extremely helpful here. And later on, for his talents, I believe he will only show 2 of them. So let's try to go here for it. So, and here he's going to be able to show them. So let me explain. The first talent is literally a Ram Royale thing, okay? Because what they did was that for the 3 different modes that he has on his magazine, you will now apply 3 different elements. The first will be electricity, the second will be fire, and the third will be ice. Just like in Ram Royale, this was added once where you would go to the forge and make legendary items and you could apply effects to them. Now, there's only specific weapons for specific effects. Okay, but basically electricity will reveal enemies to your team. The fire will do extra damage, extra fire tick damage, basically. And that effect already exists on Strix's talent. I don't know what the name is, but it doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. And the ice will basically slow people down. This is for specific modes. You cannot change this, okay? So, for example, I believe it will put the fire when you do the shooting all the bullets at once. The electricity of revealing people will be by the burst mode. And finally, the reveals enemies and deals AoE damage. Apparently, I forgot that. I didn't get to see that. So I'm guessing that if people are very close together, they'll suffer some AoE damage. And the ice will automatically, it's like the full automatic weapon will then slow people down. As for his second talent, which feels kind of OP, but after reading it and seeing it in action, it doesn't actually feel that powerful. His ultimate now, instead of fearing people, it will instead it will deal damage, like a laser almost. But you can only target one person at a time. So there you go. It will do 1,100 damage. It will only target one person at a time, but now you have an extra 50% of increased ultimate charge. Okay, so yeah, people might think, oh, 50%, that's crazy. Yeah, but you can only target one person. With the normal ultimate, you can fear 5 people if you want to, so you can have an idea. His third talent, basically, apparently, drops also bombs, not just when you start the dodge roll, but also when you finish it, and it will decrease the cooldown of the dodge roll, and it will increase the range as to how far you can go with the dodge roll. So, for mobility, this one is definitely going to be it. the first one will be extremely good just for the standard for everybody. As for the second one, I think this is more like the when you want to play like a sniper, because otherwise I don't really see how this is going to be beneficial whatsoever. Now, they are going to show it here, the ultimate in action, which is now this one.
We went for the second talent overcharge. They're all really good talents, but this one
As you can see here, he's going to deal 1,100 damage. Although it's weird because it doesn't just do that. You see that little tick damage as soon as he's targeting people. So, I don't know. Maybe there is some extra little things in there that I just didn't know about. As for the effects, I think he puts the effects of the weapons as well here in the front. They actually did some little effects in there. You can actually see the electricity. Like you see right there, the electricity. Okay. You will also see, now he's going to change the mode. You'll see the fire right there. That's fire tick damage right there. And then finally, he's going to switch it to the last one. And he's going to see the little frost effect right there. Very good, very good. Okay, so now this is all I have to show you where it comes to video. Now let's take a look at the patch notes, shall we? Because they already update this. I'm going to put this in the description, so make sure you go and check it out. Again, easy flank, 1,900 damage. 1,900 HP. I was looking at this part here, right here, so that's why I said damage. The burst mode, the numbers, I'm not going to read them out just for a very simple reason. You may be seeing this in the future for, like, understanding the champion, and these numbers may have changed, so I'm not even going to bother trying to look at the numbers. If you want to look at the numbers, link will be in the description. This will be, I'm guessing, for the patch notes when he releases. So if you're seeing this in the future, numbers may have changed. I suggest to you to go to the Paladin's wiki, because any change whatsoever that has been done, they will update it to his description. You can also see it in game, obviously, if he's already in game. So okay. Again, the 3 different weapons, the alt fire will basically just switch between them, toggle between them, the dodge roll, the grapple, and then finally is ultimate. The 3 different talents. As for cards, again, I'm not going to look into them again because, I mean, yes, we could just already theorize some loadouts here, but I'm just going to do a PDS gameplay with it, and now I'm going to study the cards there because, first of all, if we get there, maybe a card or 2 maybe already have been changed. Maybe before they'll even hit live servers with it, maybe they'll even just delete cards or change them. So there's no need for me to go looking here into the cards and waste so much time just reading this, that you can easily just go in there and read it. Okay, let's take a look into the skin. So this will be the first variant. It's like a little bit more white and red skull in there in the face. This one will only be attainable through the season pass, okay? The skin will become unobtainable after the season pass is over, obviously. So if you want this skin, you gotta get the season pass of 2022, which, by the way, will have a Ying skin and amount of the dino. If you haven't seen that, more videos to come. I think I already actually covered that on a previous video, so make sure you go and check that out as well. Then you have the Crimson Guard, which is that guy from the DC. I don't know his name. Fade. I don't know. You guys know what it is. You're probably going to tell me down in the comments below, so it's fine. It can be purchased by 60,000 gold or 300 crystals. You'll also get them automatically with the season pass, so... but you can just buy it with gold. If you don't have the season pass, it's okay. Now, here's the thing. Technically speaking, the season pass always gives all the recolors to the champions. All the recolors, all the MVP poses, and all the emotes. I'm, for example, going to buy this season pass, obviously, because I want this skin for the Ying and so on. And I'm not entirely sure if this applies to 7, because 7 has 7 different colors. Obviously, it doesn't give you the mastery skin, but these next skins that I'm going to show you, they are not part of the mastery, but they're not saying that you could obtain them with the season pass either. So once I get to the PTS, I'm going to try that out, but I'm not sure. I can't confirm this. This one here will be obtainable by gold chests. This will be good, extremely good for people who have a ton of rolls for gold chests, like myself. So this is literally already being given to me. This one here will be on the Trials of the Round. That's the one I was missing. So now you know. And then finally, this will be the one that I told you. If you buy the event pass, you'll have this as the first purchase on the bounty store to buy. And finally, obviously, to level 50. I already said it before, and I'm going to say it here right now before you start asking questions. I'm not going to be rushing to level 50 with this champion. I'm going to take my sweet time, just having fun with it, trying to collect some good gameplays with it, and, you know, learning as much as possible, because it's very complicated champion with all the 3 different burst modes and all the different talents. And then I'll be releasing some videos with gameplays and so on for it, so make sure you check that out. Follow me if you haven't been following, so you know, don't miss the uploads. I'm also posting that all over on Twitter, so make sure you also follow me there. This will be the default emote. This is the one that will be through the season pass, which they didn't show, but you get to see it right here. This is the default MVP pose, and you'll have this one here for the season pass. Now, there is one thing before I continue that they kind of, on PDS, did this weird thing where there's some, like, MVP poses and emotes in there on the chest, on the gold chest, and so on. So I'm not entirely sure if they're actually planning on starting to do that, to put it back as it was before, instead of just making it exclusive to the to the season pass. So I'm not sure. I also don't know the price of the season pass. I'm guessing it's like $30 as usually they do it or something. I don't know the price, actually, not from the top of my head. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The champion should be up on PDS on the weekend. So today is day 5 of January, so I'm guessing it should be up on PDS at day 7, 8, or 9, whatever they're going to do for it. If you don't know how to get PDS, I have a video on actually how to do that. Go into my channel, search for PDS, all right? If you don't know how to do that, I'll teach you right here, really quick. Just go into my channel. My channel's name is obviously Kreepers, so really easy to find. And once you're here on this page, press this little magnifying glass, and you're gonna search for example, PDS. You search for PDS, you'll have here a bunch of different videos. There's one here on how to teach how to get the PDS, which is actually this one. How to download, get more crystals, and etc. I'll actually teach you all the little secrets you need to know about this. As for the previous, the previous videos of the patch notes and so on, I think it is right there. Yeah. So for the season pass and so on, it's right there. So if you want to check that out, I'm also gonna be coming out with some more videos for gameplays, for example, for the Zon skin that they didn't even mention on the first part of the stream. And I also am coming up with an extra video, which will actually be for teasers. A little bit of teasers here that I found here and there. For a new map, a new champion, and maybe some more. So watch out for that. It's just that little sub button on this page, and I appreciate it in advance. Also, little extra. In the description of this video, I'll have a link tree which will show you all my socials. I recently started putting more stuff on my TikTok, you know, gameplay clips and so on, not cringy stuff, don't worry about it. And I also have now a TikTok for my pets. I'm gonna have videos, I'm gonna try to put as much videos as possible so you guys get to meet them, all my kitties and my dogs. So if you want to check that out, I'll be waiting for you guys to press that follow button on TikTok, also here on YouTube and Twitch as well, and Twitter. Yeah, so a lot to follow, so it's just you don't miss anything. And before we end the video, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody, because if you haven't seen already, I won 3 of the 4 different categories on the Crystal Awards. I won Streamer of the Year, Content Creator of the Year, and Clip of the Year, and it was all thanks to you guys, so thank you so much. And I wouldn't have won that if it wasn't to you guys, and yeah, thank you very much. And since I'm talking about that, a little disclaimer here. I want you guys just to understand one thing. I've seen some comments all over already about this. I didn't force anybody to vote for me. Harris didn't select the people who get to win, all right? The reason why I won 3 awards was because you guys voted for me. Or not you, but at least somebody did, okay? And the votes, the numbers out in the end, are the ones who gave me the wins. So it's the community's decision for me to win these awards, okay? I didn't force anybody. Harris didn't change anything. And I doubt it. If Harris even had the ability to control this, they probably wouldn't give 3 awards to me. They would just maybe give me 1 and then try to make a little bit for everybody to win a little bit for every different category. As for the comment that I've seen already, that the only reason why I won these 3 different awards is because I'm on the stream team, I highly doubted that's the reason. I mean, maybe people have gotten to know me because of the stream team, but I really doubted that that's the reason, because if that was the thing, then they would have put more categories. The streamers that we have there on the stream team, there would be more of them spread out through all the categories, and we would have seen more people win, not just me and bees in this case. We also had Gluzy in there. She didn't win anything. She won last year because she did a great job at her channel. She also deserved to win this year, but this time it was Bees who got the trophy. And maybe next year we'll see more people from the stream team, but it's not because they are in the stream team. It's because they have worked and they have showed to the community who they are, and the community has decided to then vote for them, okay? It's a complete different thing. I highly doubted that it's true, because if that was true, then Star, Metro, Razzle, all of these people should have won awards in multiple different categories. They could have been Community Member of the Year, they could have been Rising Star, and so on, okay? So definitely that's not the case, all right? And if you guys are upset with me because of this, I can't really change that. I apologize, or not, I don't care. Thank you so much for the people who voted for me. And I guess that for those who don't like me, beijinho no ombro, como se diz aqui em Portugal. How you say here in Portugal and Brazil as well. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, have a wonderful time. I'm out, and again, don't forget to follow all the social media. Bye-bye.